Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. The most prestigious show, Mr. Olympia 2021, is less than 14 weeks out. And as always, it's going to be super exciting for athletes as well as for fans. So let's dive into its recent updates. As we already know, James Hollingshead did not participate in 2020 Mr. Olympia even though he was qualified. But for this Olympia, his aim is very high to crack top 6 in his very first debut at Olympia stage. And it seems like he's leaving no stone unturned. In the recent update, he looks more conditioned and much heavier at 296 pounds for 14 weeks out to Olympia. One of the most impressive rising stars in bodybuilding right now, Nick Walker, has much higher aims for Olympia compared to James. He really wants to crack top 3 in his first debut of Mr. Olympia. Recently, he gave an interview to Muscular Development where he clearly mentioned it.
But realistically, how high do you want to be at this Olympia?
Assuming, top 3 to 5.
Top 3, yeah.
But before winning New York Pro, Nick had different statement.
I would like to be no lower than the top 6. If I'm being realistic, I really believe I could be in the top 6 if I just really work hard for it.
Personally, I think Nick can be in top 6, but being in top 3, I don't think it's possible this year, beating Hadi Choopan, Rolly Winkler, William Bonac and also Phil Heath, as most probably Phil Heath is competing in Mr. Olympia 2021. Regan Grimes, who was at 15th place in his debut in last year Olympia, in the most recent update his back looks really dense with very narrow waist for 14 weeks out to the biggest bodybuilding show of the year. And if he does everything right, he can win Olympia this year according to former Mr. Olympia Samir Banood. I think his main focus is to add more size, and he's just 28 years old. He has a lot of time to improve. Akeem Williams has recently qualified by winning Puerto Rico Pro. He's one of the few mass monsters who carry ton of muscles with very small midsection at the same time. You can see in his recent back double bicep shot, his waist looks insanely very small, and in my standpoint, he has higher chances to be in top 3 compared to Nick Walker. William Bonac has also given a preview of his back. Obviously, he does not have that insane narrow waist like Akeem, but his muscle maturity and combination of thickness and fullness is invincible, which keeps him in top 5 every year in Olympia since 2016. Patrick Moore always gets criticized for his legs, but last week he shared one of his workout routines where he shown his extreme mobility and range of motion of deep squat. Many fans are hoping to see him in top places in Olympia. As we know, in 2019 Olympia he was at 10th place, but this time we will see where he ends up in his second rival on Olympia stage. Hadi Choopan has given a sneak peek of his charismatic physique on one of his social media accounts. Undeniably, he has phenomenal physique, his shape, his aesthetics are just amazing. But if you see side by side the same shot with Akeem and William Bonac, arguably his back double bicep shot is very weak compared to both athletes. Just 14 weeks left now in Olympia 2021 and we have not heard anything about Flex Lewis. We did not see any progress picture or any off-season update. As fans have questions, does he need to qualify for Olympia or will he get special invite again this year? His coach Neil Hill unveiled it recently that he's lifetime qualified for Olympia.
Flex does not need to qualify for Olympia ever again. He is pre-qualified for the Olympia for life.
Coach Flex Lewis is completing this year's Mr. Olympia. If you check out the conversation that Flex Wheeler and Bob Chiclarero had on the Olympia page yesterday, you will see the answer to that question, Aaron.
But most probably Flex is not doing Mr. Olympia according to Flex Wheeler, who recently revealed in front of Sean Ray and Bob Ciccarello in Digital Muscle TV show.
Flex Lewis?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
not going in.
He's not going out.
Oh, really? So why is Flex not going in, though?
Because his coach isn't here.
So wait, you don't go in the
What?
biggest show on
Come
the planet
on.
because your coach isn't going in?
Right.
It's very sad news if really true, but it would be very fascinating to see Flex Lewis on Olympia stage fighting with Hadi Choopan, Brandon Curry and Big Ramy. Justin Rodriguez is weighing in at 300 plus pounds in current updates. Last year he was at 10th place. Now he's putting his all efforts to improve his spot in Olympia under the supervision of Coach Abdullah. And lastly, we have not seen anything from Big Ramy this year. Unlike last year, he kept sharing his training videos and physique update, but this time it seems like Big Ramy has different game plan. Brandon Curry has started his prep for Olympia with his coach Abdullah. Hopefully this year will be more exciting. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.